Ta-da!
All right, so we are going to work on a larger project today than we did yesterday. This one we're going to do Santa's nice list. So it's it's got two parts to it. It's got Santa, and Santa comes in 1, 2, 3, 4 different layers. So we're gonna practice with layers, and we've got the blow dryer too that we're gonna use to kind of speed up the process. And then we have Santa's nice list. So we're gonna work on that.
Beautiful.
The board we are using today is one of Chalk Couture's surfaces. And it's one that we've previously used for our trick or treat for Halloween. And on the back, you can see that we've got hooks on 2 sides of it, so you can hang it vertically or horizontally. So we always want to make sure that we're orienting it the right way. I'm going to leave it here first. Because we're using one of the chalkboard surfaces, it's reusable. We didn't set this. So I'm just going to take our board eraser and some water, and I'm going to start cleaning off this surface, and Eric can explain our new surface here.
With any of the transfers, it comes with the instructions on the back side, if you can see that. That's standard on every one you buy. And after a while you won't need them, but they provide them anyway. And let's see, it's sealed on one end. You just have to undo the glue. And then they slide right out. Super easy. And you can hang on to this because you can store them back in the original packaging once they're dry. And with all their transfers that come with like multiple pieces on a sheet, may be hard to tell in the video, but it's not perforated, but there's lines. Like the backing is one solid piece, and then all your little vinyl transfers are smaller pieces, and they purposely put a small gap so you can see the backing, which creates a nice straight line as a guide for you to cut them out, which really helps a lot.
Mel is watching, so hi Mel, I see you. I forgot that I want to share to our VIP group, so I've got my computer off to the side. I'm going to share our video real quick to the VIP group. We're also filming for IGTV and YouTube, so we've got a couple different platforms going on, but we're live on Facebook now. So as you come in and join us, make sure you say hi so we can see you and interact with you and chat with you, see how your Sunday's going. Let's see here.
And how are your projects going? Have you started any Christmas decor projects? We'd love to see pictures. You know, we think we know what we're doing and how to do it right. We decorate our house, but it'd be kind of curious to see, you know, how other folks are decorating with the Chalk Couture stuff. It'd be neat to see.
And also, we'd love to hear if this is your first time watching, if you're familiar with Chalk Couture, if you're not. We want to hear what's going on. I'm going to do this one last time, another share, and then is it doing that? And I can put my computer away and I can focus on getting us a nice clean surface for our new project today. We're working with a different Santa today. So what was it, last weekend I think? We did, and you can't see him. He's hanging on the wall off to the side. Our Joyful Christmas Santa, where Eric and I did a little bit of a competition.
It's an experiment.
Yes. Didn't work out so well. That's all right. There's a big empty hole spot right here. That's where this board goes. So I can't wait to finish our project today and hang it back up on the wall behind us. And I'm just using my Chalk Couture board eraser that's available in our shop. And I've got a pan of water, just some elbow grease, and cleaning off the chalk. With Chalk Couture in our shop, we have a couple of surfaces, quite a few surfaces that are available that you can purchase. There's wooden boxed frames. There's different size chalkboard surfaces. There's the Odette boards we've got. There's white chalkboard surfaces, black chalkboard surfaces. You can do it on canvas banners and pillows and tea towels and t-shirts and glass and mugs. So lots of different options for you. It's coming along.
Yep. Usually I've found if you, like once you initially wet it, you let that water work for a second, then it makes the scrubbing a lot easier. But a little water will just break that down pretty nice.
And if you want to grab maybe that a design behind us, the one that says, I'll be home for Christmas. That's one we did, I think a week and a half ago. So that project is already finished. We used the Chalkology paste, it's dried, but it's not like chalk on a chalkboard.
Yeah, you can touch it.
And it's not going to rub off or scratch or ruin your design at all. So it holds up. It's semi-permanent, holds up pretty well, even if you don't heat set it or use a spray sealer or set. We don't usually make our projects permanent because we like switching them out with the different months or seasons or designs that we've got. Might have you do that side.
Okay.
Let's get some. There you go. Right. I'm gonna finish sharing this. To my personal page, if I can get it to work here. I always have some sort of technical difficulties. Never goes super smooth. Oh, I know why. Just figured it out. Now I can share it. Perfect. Maybe get some fresh water so it's not. All right, we are almost ready here. Getting a nice clean surface. I'll make sure that I have it the right way. All right, I think we're about ready here. Okay, we've got it oriented the right way. So we'll probably start with the Santa, and I'm just gonna lay it out, but I'm gonna have Eric help me out. With the different layering projects, there's a couple of things you wanna look for on your transfer. So I've got this Santa, and it's gonna be a little bit difficult to see here. But up here, there's some marks up here. There's also a number 1 down here. And this one, I've got those same marks. Where is it? There and there. And then I have a number 2 down here. So this is gonna help to remind me, number 1 we put down first. So that's gonna be our first layer. And if you are using a chalkboard surface or a washable surface, these marks especially are super handy because then you can just chalk over those marks. And then after we do our peel and reveal and we're trying to line up our second piece, these marks are gonna line up right over top of our first layer. So then we know that we put our second layer down. And then we have our third layer,
The belt.
and our fourth layer. So everything is marked to help guide you along on what to do in what order.
And another good little trick and tip, when you get pieces that are roughly the same size, what we started doing, just because I'm kind of an organization freak, is, you know, when you have all this apart and laying on the counter, I would take a Sharpie and I would write on the back of the backers for these, so you know which one it lines up with. So like for this one, we could just put Santa's Nice List Part 2. And then this one would be Santa's Nice List Part 1 or Piece 1. And then that way you get the backing back to the correct vinyl.
All of the silk screen transfers are reusable. When we're finished today, we still have our pan of water. So we're gonna put the chalk paste on top, do our peel and reveal, stick it in the pan of water. As soon as we're finished with the project, we're gonna take it over to the sink, use the board eraser, wipe it off, let it air dry, or you can use a microfiber cloth, dry it off. We're putting it back on the transfer sheet, and then we store it and it's ready to use again. So we've found that the transfers, you can use them depending on, you know, how you use them and how you care for them, 8, 10, 12, up to 15 times, sometimes more. So it's nice to know how to care for them. And on the brand new package, when Eric was opening it up, on the back side, there's instructions too, for not only how to use the transfer, but how to clean the transfer and how to care for the transfer. So that's nice. All right. Yeah, we're gonna have kind of some empty space. So do we want to leave room and we can add things later maybe, or
You know
just
what
see
you
how
could
it
do?
goes?
If we did it like this, I think there would be room to maybe put the joyful there or something.
Oh, like joyful Christmas?
Maybe, yeah, something like that.
Okay.
I don't know, what do you think?
I say we center it for now and we'll see. Santa's hand is gonna kind of be up like that, holding the, and we can even,
We need room for the boots.
yeah.
Because
So
that's on
maybe
the second
something
part.
like that.
Yep.
Alright.
Got an idea.
We can, yeah.
And let's see, so this one is coat and pants, that'll be mostly red, and the hat. So this will be a predominantly red application.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be red, this will be our skin color, this will be red, and then this will be red, you're thinking?
That's his pants, yeah.
Okay. Do we wanna put the nice list on first so we have an idea of how it's straight? What do you think? Or just eyeball it?
No.
Okay, so to get the transfers off, they're a little bit sticky, so we just try to get it started and peel it off of our backer sheet, the transfer sheet. And this is a brand new transfer that we have not used. Since we're using it on the chalkboard surface, we want to do a term that Chalk Couture kind of made up called fuzzing. So you're a little bit off camera if you want to move this just a little to the side.
Sure.
So we've got a Chalk Couture fuzzing cloth. It's available in our shop. It's a microfiber cloth that we're taking the sticky side of the transfer and putting it on and fuzzing it up a little bit, picking up some of the fuzz from the cloth, so it makes the transfer not as sticky, so that it doesn't take the stick away, it doesn't you know, hurt how the design is going to be on the board, but it takes a little bit of the sticky away, so when we put it on the board and we're chalking over it and we're ready to peel it up, it doesn't stick or stretch, and for us to remove the transfer.
Okay, you ready?
Yep, I think we're good.
I'm gonna peel it off and
No.
you can lay it down.
Alright. Now, I'm not as, I don't know, perfect as Eric. Like that. I just kind of eyeball it.
Looks pretty good.
So now that we've just kind of eyeballed it, we're going to take and flatten out the transfer, remove any air bubbles. Pretty much we're only concerned about air bubbles on the see-through silk screen part. So there can be a few on the green portion of it. But we just put it nice and flat. Alright.
Good deal.
And then we're going to grab our color. We're using Candy Apple Red. And we're going to grab one of our squeegees. We're going to use Candy Apple Red for the hat, the bodysuit part, and the pants part of it. And then we've kind of, if you want to grab our skin color,
I played around with some coloring.
the face, we've taken actually 2 colors, and they're way over there, so I can't, we've taken our bright white and we've taken one of the pink colors. I think it's peony that we've used, which was one that is back from February. So the chalk paste lasts a long time depending on how you use it. So we've taken some bright white and some of the peony, mixed it together just on a paper plate over here to come up with a color we want to use for the skin. I didn't have the fawn or almond color, but I have ordered that, so that's coming in.
Chalk Couture makes a skin color.
Yeah, we just didn't have it, so we're showing how versatile the projects or the colors are. Oh, I see some comments coming in, but
Hi everyone.
let's see here. The camera's just a little too far away, so I can't see. So I'm gonna pull it up here on my computer. Hopefully, if it works.
Alright, set that to the side. I think I'll do the, well, I don't know, might be good to do the pink first.
Okay.
Get that out of the way, and then we can do the red all around. It's not gonna take much.
Thank you for watching live, or if you're watching the replay, let us know you're watching the replay too. And we go back and we'll read the questions. So if you have any questions that you want to post below, feel free, or you can send us a private message too.
Okay.
So we're just taking the chalk paste and using a squeegee, squeegeeing it on and scraping off the extra, because it doesn't take much at all. And then you can take the extra and put it right back in the jar. Thick for now. As you're squeegeeing it on, you can see how it's going on right through the silk screen, so you can make sure you're covering all the areas. All this. Do you want me to line up the holes too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I forget the real term, the actual term for it, but it's these guide holes that I was telling you about.
I call them crosshairs, but yeah, it's an alignment tool.
There we go.
There should be another one.
And there's one there and one there.
Oh, gotcha.
So there's 2. Okay, so we're putting the paste on, and now we're just gonna squeegee off the extra. Put it right back in the jar. Make sure you pull that hat. And then we're almost ready for my favorite part, which is our peel and reveal. Okay, I think we're done with that.
Okay.
So now we're gonna peel this up. We can see what our first layer looks like.
Nice.
That looks good for the skin color that we made
Yeah.
up. I want to. I see a little bit here that just wasn't, looks like it got smudged a little. A little bit better.
This belt will go there anyway, I think.
Okay, so now, see it's still super sticky. I'm gonna take it sticky side up and stick it in our pan of water over here, just until we're finished with the project, then we'll take it over to the sink.
That makes the chalk come off easier later. So yeah, there's our little alignment holes. So those are nice, because now the second layer, when we try to orient this in the right position so it lines up, we use these little alignment holes, and that usually will help get you real close, pretty close.
So now, you have a couple options. So we know this is layer number 1. We want to make sure before we put the second layer on top that this is dry. Otherwise, what happens is you're going to put that second layer on top, and after you're finished putting your chalk on and lifting it up, you're going to peel off this bottom layer. So we want to prevent that from happening. So we can either sit and let this air dry, we can work on the Santa's Nice List, our second part of the project, while it's drying and come back to it. We also have a hair dryer that we use to sometimes speed up the process. So you just take the blow dryer, hair dryer, and we can dry off the chalk paste so that when we put the layers on, it's not going to mess with it.
No.
You want to grab the blow dryer? You want to do the Nice List? What do you think?
Let's see. Go with the blue dryer.
All right.
Am I doing this right? I don't use
Yep.
a blow dryer.
So you can, I know it's real hard to see on camera, but you can see the paste changes a little bit of a color, so it goes from the wet finish to the matte finish. So we can see that it's starting to dry. It's not all the way dry yet, but I see that Charlene's asking, are the stencils reusable? Yes.
Yep.
So these are silk screen transfers, and they are reusable. We've used them, depending on how you care for them, what surface you use it on, you can use them 8, 10, 12, 15 times, even more, depending. So another thing that I've started doing is on the back where we're keeping track of our backer sheet, our transfer sheet, start making tick marks of how many times we've used the transfer, so we get an idea of how many uses we're getting out of it.
Good idea.
We've got, well, the project we did live yesterday, Charlene, oh what fun, that was the second or third time we've used that transfer. And then last week when we did a live, we used the Santa twice right on camera. So yes, you just use room temperature water. We've got a white board eraser, and you just wipe it off, let it dry, and you can reuse it. So
I'll go ahead and start fuzzing the second layer here.
okay. Yeah, because this part's still a little bit wet, so yeah. We do, while Eric's doing that, again, if you're not familiar with Chalk Couture, or if you aren't familiar with how we do it, we like the products, the process for our own home decor. So we have our entryway, and one of these days I'll take the video live over, or the camera live over there, show you all the projects we've done for the entryway. We have a whole wall behind us. I know that only part of it is showing up on camera, but we have a whole wall behind us with a bunch of different surfaces, and we'll just take those surfaces off the wall and redo it. So we use it for home decor. We've made 2 custom presents now. One was a surface for a gal she wanted to give. It was the braver, stronger, I forget what the rest of the transfer says, but it was a really cool motivational design that we did. We've made pillows for gifts, so you can make, make home decor stuff or your own presents. I think, like, this is almost dry now, so you can see how it's just a little bit wet right there.
Maybe hit it.
Yeah, so let's do it one more time to kind of speed it up. All right, yeah, that's looking much better. So now that we know that it's dry, we are going to...
And this layer is the like the white trim along his hat, and the white trim on the coat sleeves, things like that.
All right, let me line it up the right way here. In his eyes. Okay. It's gonna take me a second to line it up. You can kind of see through the transfer also. I have it, this guy needs to go a little bit more crooked, I think. There we go, like that.
Yeah, that's pretty close. That's not exact science.
There.
If you're off a little bit, but that looks real close.
So now we've lined up our holes. You can see through the silk screen transfer, so I've lined up his face, I've lined up where the fur and his boots are gonna go.
And we decide, well, of course, like his beard and the coat trim, that'll all be white.
Yeah.
But I think, normally, traditionally, Santa's boots are black. However, since we're doing it on a black background, we were gonna do the silver shimmer, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Shimmer silver for his boots and even his mittens, right?
I think so, yeah.
So like the cuffs will be white, the mittens will be
so
shimmer.
I think, yeah, but I think the ball of his hat, beard, mustache, white.
Yep. All that white.
White. So we
And
left the white
his
over there.
cuffs.
Cuffs white. So we're gonna do white and silver shimmer.
Do you want to do white first?
Sure. You might have to remind me, and then you can come back and do the silver shimmer.
Okay.
And you probably want either a small one or you'll want to use, we've got different size squeegees. So we have the large squeegee, we've got a mini squeegee, we have a small squeegee. I don't have one of those out. There is a, oh, Eric's pager's going on. There's a handled squeegee, and I ordered that, so that'll be coming in our next order here. He may have to leave here. Joys of living with the fire chief. He's on call, and I think he just got toned out for a fire, so he may have to leave, and I'll get to finish the project, which is okay by me. All right, so let's see here. I'm gonna say I was gonna do the white first. Alright. We have a lot going on this Sunday morning. We had to get our roof replaced. So we've already gotten the roof replaced, but we had to also replace the gutters. So they have been working on that yesterday and today. So we've got that going on. We've got, I have to go to work here in a little bit. So I've got work going on. Eric's leaving for a fire. We've got that going on. And we needed to squeeze in some Santa time. All right. And what else here? Oh, his eyebrows and hat trim. He's got little eyes too. And since that's gonna be on, oops, on his skin, I'm gonna use black for his his pupils. Now with the Chalkology paste, you wanna move fairly quickly because the chalk paste does dry. So when you are working with larger projects, if you aren't moving, you know, as quick, if you want to take your time a little bit, or there we go, or if you just want to work in stages, we do what we call the where we're gonna peel it off. So I'm gonna do that a little bit here, because if I just were to leave this Chalkology paste on the whole time and let it dry, once I peel it off, it's gonna start to remove the layers, and I don't want that to happen. So you can see my Santa's coming together, but I'm just gonna peel it off, and then I'm gonna place it right back down. There, because I still need to do the mittens over here, I still need to do the boots, I still need to do his eyes, but I didn't want, since I'm taking a little bit of time, I didn't want the paste to dry. I just need a little bit of black for his eyes. All right. Oh, I started saying earlier that, you know, there's all different options with Chalk Couture. We use it for home decor, obviously, and making presents. We also are doing this as a business. So we get paid to craft. We get paid to host make and take parties. We've hosted them at our house. We are in the process in December. We're doing there's a local business here in Sullivan that is having an employee Christmas. And they are, for their Christmas party, are going to be doing a make and take project. So we do that. We do fundraisers. There's different options where you can shop and sign up as a customer. There's a monthly club, the Chalk Couture, that you can sign up. It's $19.99 US, or I think $24.99 Canadian. where it's an exclusive monthly club where you get an exclusive design not available for anyone else to purchase, only if you're part of Chalk Couture. And that comes with not only the design.
I'll be back.
Okay.
Vehicle fire down Highway J.
Okay.
You have my phone.
Oh. All right, so hang on, let me just do this real quick. We're using, maybe he's not taking it with him, I don't know. We're Facebook Live on Eric's phone, and he's headed to a vehicle on fire. So I guess we're just gonna keep his phone. The joys. Our morning is, our days, this is real life, people. Real life. I forgot what I was saying. Okay. I love that so far. And that, since this is such a big board, I'm not going to be able to lift it up right away and show you. Or at least. Okay. Can you see how cute Santa is? This Santa, oh, and I'm not even done because Santa has cheeks and a nose. I'll probably come back and do that because I want to do Santa's nice list. And I have to be at work at 11. You know. Okay, so Santa's nice list. Let's add this on real quick. All right. This guy, so let's say that you don't have a fuzzing cloth. Something else you can do, which is super easy. I'm just gonna use my shirt, and that's gonna help me fuzz it. So I'm just gonna do this, I'll move this. My Pimpin' Joy Christmas shirt. All right. Okay, that should be good. Now, I'm gonna stand up a little bit and put Santa's nice list. And then what is so cute about this project is on the scroll for Santa's nice list, you've got all this blank spots. So we could write Sophia and Benjamin and Nathan. Chalk Couture has chalk pens. I don't have them yet, but I think they would come in a set of 2, a white and a black chalk pen. So then we can write names on who's on Santa's nice list. So I think I'm just gonna do all of this in the shimmer silver. The shimmer pastes, they have a little bit of glitter in it, and the camera does not do it justice. It is so gorgeous. I'll try to get an after picture too. A close-up so you can see. But the shimmer paste, where there's shimmer copper, shimmer gold, shimmer silver. Probably my favorites are the shimmer. All right. Squeegeeing off all the extra. You can see it does not take much paste at all. There's all the sirens. Luckily it was close to the house, so he's probably going to be one of the first ones there. But his reinforcements are coming, I can hear him. Okay, ready for my peel and reveal? Ta-da! And now, this project, for now, I might add some embellishments, is done. That Santa, oh, I didn't do his cheeks or his nose, I'll come back and do that. That Santa is probably my favorite. Way cuter. Well, gosh, I don't know. Okay, so here's Santa number 1. And let me pull off the wall Santa number 2. Let's see if you can see him. Santa number 2. Which one do you like better? Santa number 1 or Santa number 2? gosh, I don't know. This Santa comes from the Joyful Christmas transfer, and this is a couple layer process. If you want to see a hilarious video, you can watch Eric and I's live while we did a white Santa and a black Santa. I do not know what we were thinking. It was just a hot mess. Or our Santa's Nice List Santa. So let me know which one you like better. Now for my guide marks, I'm just going to take just some water and wipe that right off. Now my guide marks are gone. Sweet. All right, I'm gonna leave this one out. We might add more to it. We might add some ribbon to it. I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do, but I feel like our surface is pretty big. We have more room for things. We've got other embellishments from other transfers. You can mix and match transfers. So I've got some mistletoe, I've got some jingle bells, I've got what? Oh, we have a Christmas tree. You can see this one. I can use some of that from the transfer. So I might stick a few things in the corners here. Oh, we've got some presents. Ooh, that would be really cute over here. Stay tuned, because I need to go to work, but we will probably add more to this project later. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.